Hey, hey, financial besties and friends. How you doing? How you been? Testing out a new live stream day and time. It is 10 p.m. here in Bali, past my bedtime, but I was still up and I have not a wink of sleep in me. So I said, you know what? Let me go live with my friends. Let me go live with my financial friends. How y'all doing? It is Monday morning, 10 a.m. on the East Coast. I will be really surprised if anyone joined me. Let's see how this will play out. If you do join me live, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so happy you're here. But for those who cannot join me live, I understand why. This is a new day and time. Very, very different from our typical Friday night live stream. It is Monday morning on the East Coast, but I hope to see you on the replay. But anyway, this impromptu live stream, I wanted to talk about my time in Bali. I have officially been living in Bali for 30 days now. It's been 30 days since I moved to Bali. Oh my goodness, this first 30 days have passed so fast. So, before it got too far away from me, I wanted to share what this first month has really been like for me. All the beautiful parts, have a lot of little things I absolutely love about Bali since I've been living here so far. But I'm gonna be honest with you. There's also some very hard parts. A few things about living in Bali that I could honestly do without. And there are a few surprises that I rarely see anyone talking about when I watch videos about Bali on YouTube. So I want to talk about those little surprises too. So if you have ever wondered what it's actually like to live in Bali as a Black American woman, not on vacation, I'm not on vacation, not as a tourist where I'm exploring all the tourist traps, not as a digital nomad bopping around or slow traveling, but if you're curious about what it's like to actually live here, that's what this video is about. So if you could grab a drink and get comfortable, if you're at home, if you're at work, put on your headphones, tune out them people for about 30 minutes or so. And let's talk. Tune them out and let's talk. But if you are new to my channel, if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, hey girl, hey, my name is Malika. I am a stock market investor and a money coach. On this channel, I typically talk about investing in the stock market. I help Black women build wealth with ease so they can own their time and move abroad to enjoy the life they love, which is what I have recently done 30 days ago on my move to Bali. Um, but if that is of interest to you, talking about investing in the stock market, building wealth, owning your time, and even living abroad, if that is something that you would enjoy doing, you're in a good space. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell so you will be notified the next time I go live. I might do another impromptu live this week. I've been feeling very spontaneous lately. But go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And I am so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, new friends. I am going to say hello to my OG besties. I'm so surprised if anyone is here this early on a weekday. So, whoever is with me, I am so happy that you're here. Let me say hello to you. Crystal Newman. Hey, girl. Hey. How you doing? How you been? Brown skin girl. I love your name. How you doing? How you been? Miss Venus Kirby. What's up, Venus? Good morning. Good morning to you. And I see the money babies. I love it. Love it. Always love to see the money babies. Drop some money babies in the chat. That's what my financial besties do. The money babies let me know you vibing with me. And the amount of money babies you share, let me know how you're feeling. So if you ain't feeling too hot, if you gotta work, if you at work right now, I don't blame you. If you ain't feeling too hot, just give me one or two money babies. But if you're feeling pretty good, drop a whole bunch of money babies in the chat. So I'll know how you're feeling. Let me see the money babies. Let's see who else. Balcony Farmer, you said the sound is a bit low. Hold on. Thank you for giving me a sound check. Let me turn my volume up. Let me turn my volume up. Yeah, it was down low. Hmm. Does that help? Does that make the volume better? Thank you for letting me know. But hello to you. Hello, hello, hello. Is my lighting okay? Can y'all hear me and see me? Okay. Hello, Miss Complexion Perfection. I know that's right. I know you a brown girl. I know you're brown with your perfect complexion. I know you brown. And I bet your skin is beautiful too. But anyway, y'all let me see the money babies in the chat. Let me know how you feeling with the money babies. And if anybody swing through and I did not say hello to you, charge it to my head and not my heart. I am so happy you are here with me live. I do not expect anyone to be with me live on a Monday morning. But anyway, let's get into my experience in Bali after living here so far for 30 days. Do I love it or am I considering leaving it? Let's talk about it. Uh, but first, I want to share what made me move here to Bali. I was diagnosed with breast cancer last year. And I was actually in Malaysia when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I moved back home to the United States for treatment. I completed chemotherapy, I completed radiation, just had a whole whirlwind 6 months of just doctor's appointments back to back to back to back to back. After completing all of my treatment, I had lots and lots of testing done, and my doctor declared that I was cancer free. There's no evidence of disease in my body. I realized at that moment that if I wanted to heal, like truly heal holistically, my body in its totality, including my mind, including emotionally, including the stress I carry in my body. You all know, living in the United States, especially with the current administration, with everything that's going on, with the constant 24/7 news cycle, with the constant threats, with the constant rolling back of civil rights, it was just a lot. It was a lot to process while I was also trying to heal my body and to make my body as strong as possible to fight any recurrences of cancer, which I'm rebuking that in the name of Jesus, okay? But I started thinking about how I can focus on my wellness as a whole person, not just one area of my body, one part of my life, fighting one disease. I had to have a come to Jesus moment with myself and admit that I was not healthy. And the environment that I was in, the environment that made me sick, was not the environment that I could heal in. So I thought about all the places I had been in the world, and I narrowed them down to the three places that I loved the most. And based on some additional research and looking at long term visas, I realized that Bali was the place for me to focus on my healing and my wellness. So I have coined the year of 2025 as my year of healing, and I decided to come to Bali, Indonesia to assist me in doing that. So it's been 30 days now, and I want to share how that experience has been going so far and if it has met my expectations or if it's fallen short of my expectations. We'll see. But again, this is not a vacation video, not a touristy video, where to go, what to do, make sure you eat here, see that. I haven't been doing any touristy things. I'm actually living here in Bali, and my priority focus is my health and my wellness, physically, emotionally, mentally, like everything holistically. My priority is my wellness. But let's start on a positive note. The things I love about Bali. Hold on. I wrote a list. It's such a very long list. I'm not going to share every single thing, otherwise, we would be up here forever. Um, but I'll share like my top 4 or 5. And of course, if you have any questions, if you're curious about Bali, if you want me to explain anything deeper, drop your questions or your comments in the chat, and I will be happy to answer them for you. But the first thing I absolutely love about living here in Bali so far is the food. Is the food. The food in Bali, there is an abundance of healthy, fresh food. When I lived in the United States, I didn't eat healthy. I ate a lot of heavily processed foods. I ate a lot of junk food, boxed foods, packaged foods. Even when I tried to be intentional about eating healthy, it required effort, like a lot of effort in order to eat healthy. And even then, it probably still wasn't the best because of the way those vegetables were harvested and grown. You know, the soil isn't very good. But here in Bali, there is an abundance of healthy, fresh food. Like the food is farm to table. There are no labels that say this is organic or this is just regular. It's all fresh food and it's so easily accessible. Like I can literally walk 5 minutes down the street and walk into a market and see nothing but fresh fruits and vegetables. Or I can just open up the food delivery app. And the very first thing on my screen, because the app remembers your habits, the very first thing I see on my screen are all the health food restaurants. And the food is fresh, it's healthy, it's in abundance. And the culture here, well, you know, I don't want to get into the culture because it's may or may not be specific to the local people, but at least where I'm living as a foreigner here in Bali, all of the food that's easily accessible to me, it seems to prioritize very healthy food. Like even when I order sandwiches, the bread is sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is fermented. So it's better for you than regular white bread or regular wheat bread. Even the sandwiches, the options that are on the list are like salmon or chicken breast or some type of vegetable, like a sandwich with a whole bunch of different vegetables in it. I ordered a sandwich the other day. It was called a toasty. And I just ordered it because the picture looked interesting. I didn't know if I would really like it, but it was a sandwich of a bunch of different vegetables, and that's it. It was like chopped broccoli, chopped kale, chopped spinach, chopped a bunch of different green vegetables in a sandwich, and there was some type of sauce on it. It was called a peri peri sauce. Don't give me the line trying to explain to you what it is, but that sauce made that veggie sandwich taste so good. I spend about $10 a day on food. Not only is the food healthy and fresh and in abundance, it's also very, very affordable. So you can eat well and eat healthy in Bali for a little bit of money. I would say my most expensive day of eating might get up to about $15 a day. And that's only if I order like a dessert or something like extra above and beyond my meal, which I rarely do. But most of my meals usually include like the main course of the meal, and I'll usually have either a smoothie or cold pressed juice to go with it. And sometimes I'll order like a matcha latte before I leave, like on the way out. Um, and that is either with my breakfast and my lunch, or my lunch and my dinner. And sometimes I even have some takeaway to have some leftovers for later. That is like amazing to me. It's amazing to me. Some of the differences I've been feeling in my body with the food that I've been eating here in Bali. And I'm not dieting. This is just food that's easily accessible and readily available. And I don't even see like junk food. I don't see cookies and cakes and ice cream. I don't see pizza and cheeseburgers and hot dogs. I don't see that type of thing. I'm sure it's here, and I'm sure I could have it if I want it, but it's not something that's in your face. So it's not the first thing I think about. So, with the way that I have been eating, just intuitively, I'm not dieting, I'm not cutting back calories, I'm not trying to lose weight. That would be a great benefit over time if I did. But I have been feeling a difference in my body, and mainly in terms of my gut health. When I was in the United States, I used to always feel bloated. And then after I eat, I would get indigestion. And then it got to the point, and I used to think it was because of the chemotherapy, but it got to the point like the last couple of months I was in the United States, every time I would eat, I would feel this fullness on one side of my stomach. It was really weird. And I remember mentioning it to my doctor, and she was saying, after the chemo treatment is over, we'll send you for some scans, to check it out. And sure enough, she did. She sent me for an ultrasound. She sent me for, she looked at my spleen. She looked at my ribs, my lower ribs, thinking that maybe radiation had damaged something. It's like she did all these scans and there was nothing that was showing up. But I would have this uncomfortable feeling in one part of my stomach every single time I ate, no matter what I ate. After being here in Bali for just 30 days, with the food that I've been eating, I don't feel any of that discomfort anymore. I don't feel bloated. I don't feel gassy. My stomach doesn't hurt every time I eat. I don't have indigestion anymore. I haven't taken any medication. It's the food that I have been eating. And it's just so amazing to me. They say food is our medicine. It's the medicine that God gave us. I truly, truly believe that. And I'm living it now. Like in just 30 days, a problem that I was having for months when I was in the United States just stopped. I don't have it anymore. That's amazing to me. The second thing I like about Bali is the weather. I love the weather here. I know a lot of people complain about Bali. They say it's hot and it's too hot for them. I love it. I love the weather here. My body likes warmer weather. Like, I can't stand to be like sweltering hot. Like, can't leave your house in the middle of the day because you might get some type of sun poisoning or something kind of hot. That's how I felt when I was in Merida, Mexico. Like, it was just way, way too hot. Most people didn't leave their house in the peak of the day. It could get up to like 120 degrees in Merida, Mexico, certain times of year. Here in Bali, at least right now, this time of year, the high has been maybe mid 80s. The low has been as low as the low 70s. So it's like perfect, perfect weather for me. I actually prefer the mid to upper 80s too, because I love the warm weather. It just makes my joints feel more fluid. I don't feel as stiff as I do when it's cold weather or when it's too cool. I've even adjusted so quickly to the heat here. I rarely use the air conditioner. When I first got here, like the minute I walked in, I wanted to turn on all the air conditioner systems around the villa because it was just sweltering hot to me. After about 2 weeks, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm cold. It's cold in here. And I have two, one right here in front of me and one to the right of me. The one to the right of me, I don't turn on at all. The one that's in front of me actually is not on right now. But in the afternoon, I used to turn it down all the way down to like 18 Celsius, which is probably hold on, let me say Celsius to Fahrenheit. I'll put the air conditioner on eight. Oh, it was 64. That's 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh. And now I put it on like 25, and that's like 77 degrees Fahrenheit, which is comfortable for me. But I love the weather so much. It's warm, it's sunny. I love getting out in the morning, doing my faith walks, walking to the beach. There's a lot of cool breeze near the beach. And the vitamin D, y'all know most Black people are deficient in vitamin D. We don't get enough sunshine. So getting out in the day, it's like I'm inspired to get up and get out because I want to be in the sun. I want to feel the sun on my skin. I want to feel the breeze. And it is so therapeutic for me. The warm weather, the sun being out, the cool breeze. And I'm sure it won't be that way all the time because Bali does have a rainy season. And it did rain here about 2 days ago. But right now, it's mostly sunny, warm weather. And I love it. It's perfect for my faith walks. And it's so good for my nervous system. My central nervous system has been so relaxed since I've been here. It's so good for my mood where I don't feel, I've never had like seasonal depression. Like in the wintertime when the days get shorter, some people deal with the depression. But when it's cold and dark and rainy, I just get more sedentary where I just don't feel like doing anything. But when it's warm and sunny, it's like I just want to be outside just because. And that's so good for my mental health. It's good for my physical health because I'm just out walking and wandering with no destination, no specific place I need to be. I just want to be outside. I just want to be outside. And that has its benefits in so many different ways. like I said, for my physical health and my mental health. So I absolutely love the weather here. During rainy season, which I think starts around November timeframe, based on what I read, I'm not sure how I will adapt to life here. But right now, it's nice and sunny. It's hot. Like it is hot here. But I like it. I like it a lot. I'm enjoying this wonderful weather while we have it. And I'll deal with the rainy season and what those problems bring when the time comes. Let's see what you all are talking about. Hello, Miss Daisy. How you doing? How you been? You're watching from the hospital, having some tests done. Oh, I hope you are doing well. I know you are a fellow pink sister, so I hope it's not anything related to that thing that we've both battled. Miss Daisy, keep me posted. I'm gonna check on you later. Hi, Miss Geraldine. You said it sounds better with headphones. Oh, okay. I did turn up the volume, balcony farmer. I hope it's okay now. I said, truly appreciate me talking about the quality of food that we have in America. I notice when I'm in Italy, I have no problems with food. Food is over processed. It's over processed even before the processing. The way our food is grown is not good for us. The soil is low quality. They use so many pesticides. They use all these hormones to make stuff grow faster, to make the vegetable bigger. And then they put all this stuff on it to make it pretty and shiny. And they put all this stuff on it to make it look perfect, like a perfect color. It's like all this stuff that they're putting in our food from the minute they grow it in the ground. It's just not good for us. And if you eat animal products, the way they're raising the animal, it's just not good for us. And then we turn around and consume it, and then we wonder why we're sick, why we're not feeling well, why we're achy, why we have all these autoimmune diseases, why we're developing cancer. Why? It's like it starts with our food. I truly believe it starts with our food. It starts with the level of stress that we're experiencing. And sometimes we experience so much stress, especially now in the United States, we normalize it. And in our minds, we think we're not stressed, but the body knows. The body always knows. And your body will tell you. And my body told me that something wasn't right. And I owe it to myself to do everything I possibly can to give myself the best quality of life. God gave me a second chance at life, and I want to show him that I appreciate that second chance and I don't take it for granted. So, the difference in the food is the best thing about Bali to me, and it's the biggest difference I've seen already in just 30 days. Already in just 30 days. Um, One of my favorite favorite things that I like to eat is cauliflower tacos. I would never, I would have never thought to eat cauliflower tacos in the United States. But there's a cafe that I go to, and I just so happened to see it on the menu, and I was like, let me try it. What's the worst it could be? If I don't like it, I just throw it away and order something else. When I tell you that cauliflower, like the food here, not only is it healthy and fresh, the way they cook is so flavorful. They use a lot of spices, a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of what's the word I'm looking for? oh, I can't think of the word, but they use a lot of different flavor combinations that makes the food taste so good. And which reminds me, another thing I like about Bali is while there's local Indonesian food that I do like, I like the fact that Bali, when it comes to its food, uh, there's a lot of variety. Like Bali is really like a global, has like a global cuisine. There's a Mexican restaurant here. I can cross the street. There's an Indian restaurant. I can go another block down, and there will be a Lebanese restaurant. Like there are so many cultural cuisines here. There's so much variety to choose from. You will never ever have to eat the same thing twice if you didn't want to. I'm a creature of habit, so once I find something I like, I do tend to run it into the ground until I get tired of it. But there's so much variety here, and it's so flavorful, and it's all so freaking good. I have not had a bad meal yet. I have not had a bad meal in 30 days. I have not had a bad meal yet. I lie to you not. Everything is just so good. And I have to make myself go to different places to try different foods. And it's so inexpensive. Eating out is cheaper than buying groceries. I do have someone that will cook for me, which I'll get into that later. But I'm like, I spend $10 a day on breakfast and lunch, or either lunch and dinner. And then I'll have leftover. I usually only buy two meals because I usually, one of the meals I usually have leftovers where I can eat for the third meal if I get hungry again. And I'm always eating fruit or drinking some type of fruit juice or drinking some type of smoothie. Um, but I spend $10 a day. If I went to the grocery store, I would probably spend $40. And then I got to have it prepared and this, and then it's limited variety where I could just walk down the street and just have my pick. So I have been eating out a lot, but eating very, very healthy, fresh, whole foods. Hardly nothing is processed or minimally processed. I won't say nothing is processed, but minimally processed. And it's so flavorful and it's so good. But anyway, yeah, eating healthy and at a good price. Yes, at a good price. I have an app that I use to track my expenses. And when I looked at my expenses for the month of May under the food category, I spent $382. And that's only because 5 days of that was in the United States. Um, so it'll be interesting what I spend a full month of tracking expenses just for Bali. And I didn't feel like, separating the US expenses and all that kind of stuff. So I'll do a full calendar month of tracking of just Bali expenses, and then I'll do a video on what things cost and how much I actually spent. But yeah, less than $400 a month. 5 of those days was in the US. And when I'm in the US, I probably spend 30, $40 a day if I ate out twice a day. Mhm. So, yeah. Inspiration and more. I'm a writer and looking for a place for inspiration. Bali will definitely inspire you. Bali will definitely inspire you. That is something that I have been wanting to focus on again. I started writing a book about 3 years ago, and I just got distracted and got away from it. And I told myself once I moved to Bali, my year of healing in Bali, I thought I would have like just so much downtime. I said I wanted to start writing again. I even went and found the document that I saved on my cloud. I haven't started yet, but I think Bali would be great inspiration for you as a writer. So it's your first time watching me. You lived in Merida and Oaxaca and Belize and other places. Oh, That is wonderful. You should come to Bali. You should come to Bali next. I'll be here. Yes, multifaceted me. Hey, girl. Hey, flavorful food is wonderful. Yes. Because you love cauliflower. I love broccoli, cauliflower's cousin, but I was never a fan of cauliflower until now. I love it so much. Ah, let's see. Let's see. The next thing that I love about Bali is affordable luxury. Affordable luxury. And what I mean by luxury, I mean a beautiful home that includes domestic help. A beautiful home that includes domestic help. So I live in a very central area. It's an area that to me would be equivalent to like maybe living in the center of DC or living in the center of Manhattan. And I'm not saying that to compare it to the price. I'm saying that to give you an idea of the proximity of how central it is where I live. I everywhere I want to go, everything I want to do, I could walk to if I wanted to. Um, where I go to Pilates, 5 minutes away. Where I go to the grocery store, 5 minutes away. The cafe that I like, 5 minutes away, just in different directions, but very, very central location. Um, I have a housekeeper that cleans every day. Sometimes I have to text on the WhatsApp and say, I don't need you tomorrow. But the housekeeper comes to clean every day. I have someone that cleans my pool twice a week. The pool cleaner comes on Monday and Friday. I have someone that would cook my meals if I ate at home, but I don't eat at home. I also have someone that does my laundry. So, having all of that help to take the burden off from things that I don't enjoy doing. I don't enjoy cooking. I don't enjoy cleaning. I don't enjoy doing laundry. I have someone else that gladly does all of those things for me, and it's all included in the price that I pay to live here. And what I pay to live here is less than what I paid in just rent alone in the United States. Let that sink in. A housekeeper, it cleans every day. Pool cleaner cleans a pool twice a week. Someone to cook and someone to do your laundry. Including the monthly rent is less than what I paid in the United States. Now, what I pay is a premium because of the location, of course. What I pay is probably even more expensive than what most foreigners pay, what most tourists pay, or most expats pay. Because most people that come to Bali, they usually rent like guest houses or what they call homestays, where they just rent a room and it's a private room with a private bathroom. And sometimes they may have like a little kitchenette or something, but they're just like renting a room. That's a very common uh, accommodation here in Bali. And you can rent that for as low as 300 a month. Like, seriously, as low as 300 a month. And it includes electricity, Wi-Fi, um, housekeeping. The pool is usually shared. The kitchen is usually shared. A lot of the on-site facilities are usually shared, but your room and your bathroom is private. That can cost about $300 a month. That's not my lifestyle. I don't see anything wrong with that, but it's just not my comfort level. I prefer to have private space. Like I want everything private. So I do rent a private villa. And it costs more than what a guest house or a homestay would cost. But comparatively speaking, compared to the United States, significantly less. That includes the domestic help. I love that about Bali. And the fact that a black woman from the United States could come to Bali, live in a beautiful home, and have domestic help that provides support to keep her house running, to keep her life running. To me, that's rare, and it's like life goals. I'm like, sometimes I can't believe this is my life. Like, is this for real? And it only costs this much? Why didn't I do this years ago? Why didn't I know I could do this years ago? I know the answer to that question because we've been conditioned to believe that the United States is the best country in the world, that the United States has the best healthcare, has the best doctors, has the best this, has the best that. And we've been sleeping. We've been missing out on real quality of life. Good food, y'all. Beautiful weather, y'all. Domestic help for less than what you're currently paying in the United States. They've been lying to us. They've been brainwashing us to make us afraid to leave, to make us assume that other countries are less than. And the whole time, we've been missing out. We've been missing out. The last thing I want to share that I love about Bali, that I love so far, my first 30 days, I'm sure I will discover more and more things that I love as I go, is the culture, the people. Balinese people, they're just so genuinely kind. They are more community focused. They're more community oriented than in the United States. We're very individualistic. Um, we live alone. We do everything alone. We eat alone. This is everything is just done alone. We were not meant to be alone. And Bali is more community focused, more family oriented, and they welcome us as foreigners and they welcome us into their lives and their families. It's just so beautiful. I think that is one of the reasons why my central nervous system is being regulated, because I don't fear anything here in Bali. I will always have my common sense about me. You know, I was born in the inner city, so I will never ever get rid of those inner city skills that I have. But there are certain defenses that we naturally develop in the United States that isn't needed here in Bali. And because the people are so kind, they go out of their way to help you. They go out of their way to make sure you're happy. And when you're not happy, they're not happy. They want to make you happy. And I appreciate that so much. And sometimes I have to stop them from going out of their way because I'm like, it's too much. it's too much. It's okay. And when they can't do something that you need, they don't like to disappoint you, so they're always apologizing. And I just think their culture and their upbringing and their way of life, it's just so beautiful because I've never seen anything like it before. And it's not limited to like the touristy areas or where someone wants you to spend money or buy something from them. It is genuinely who they are as a people. And it's so fascinating to me. And it makes you feel welcomed as a foreigner. It makes you feel safe. It makes you feel, I was about to say like you belong. You know, I'm a black woman, I'm a black American woman. I'm clearly not Asian, so I stand out like a sore thumb. So it's not like I feel like I belong here, but I don't feel like they don't want me here. I don't feel like I am imposing on them. I don't feel like, you know, how in the United States, how we kind of look at, we, when I say we, I mean Americans, not specifically us, because you know black folk, we don't really do this, but how a lot of Americans, they mistreat foreigners, or they look at foreigners like, why are you here, kind of thing, and they don't have patience. And especially when they start speaking their language, we demand that they speak English, and they try, and we get impatient with them. Here in Bali, most of the people that I interact with, they speak at least a little bit of English, and they try their best to speak English. But that's not on them. It's on me to learn their language. They never make me feel like I need to learn their language, or I need to say things correctly when I butcher, you know, some of the words I've been learning, some of the basic pleasantries. Good morning, how are you? Thank you, stuff like that. It's like they're just so genuinely kind, and I just feel so relaxed. I cannot emphasize it enough. I just feel so relaxed and welcome everywhere I go. And when I go to like my favorite cafe, I would say my second or third visit, they knew my name. I walk in, good morning, Malika. And they pronounce my name correctly. It's so fascinating. It's a little thing, but it means so much. It's just so fascinating to me. And I smile, and they know what I'm going to order. Like I said, I'm a creature of habit. So they know what I'm going to order. They know exactly the way I like it. They know my allergies. They know what not to put in my food. It's like I just feel like I'm home, and I feel like I'm a part of their community. Um, this is one lady at the beach, because I go to the beach every morning to pray and meditate. And it's a lady at the beach. She's a little vendor. She does little crochet things, and she sees me every morning. So there was 2 days where I didn't go to that specific beach. I went to try out another beach. So 2 days she didn't see me. And when she saw me again, she was like, "Where have you been? Where have you been? Are you not feeling well?" It's just so cute to me. I could talk about the people all day long. And I'll probably mention it again in another video, because that is probably my number one thing I love about Bali. Um, you all have seen me refer to my friend Desi, my local friend Desi, as my Bali sister. In the video I posted on my travels here, she's the one that picked me up from the airport. Um, she truly feels like my sister. She called me one day on the video chat, and her mom was there. I haven't met her mom, I met her brother. I met some family members, but I haven't met her mom. And her mom wanted to get on video to say good morning to me. I just thought that was so sweet. And she's picking me up tomorrow, one day this week, and we're gonna hang out together. I told her I wanted to go to Ubud and do some type of something spiritual. And a lot of that is in Ubud. So she's picking me up and we're going to do that. And she said, and I'll bring you back to my house to meet my mom. And it just makes me feel welcome. Makes me feel welcome. And when she texts me, Sister Malika, I just love it. I just love it. But anyway, yeah, Bali has been good for my nervous system. I'm so happy with the way I feel right now. I'm so happy knowing that my body is healing, that I'm recovering from a lot of things. And in only 30 days, I see evidence of it already. So, yeah, let me see. Hey, Bahan Alpha. We finally caught one being in a European time zone. Okay. Yeah, in the US, we barely acknowledge each other. We barely acknowledge each other. Here in Bali, you're going to be speaking to everybody as you're walking down the street. Preparing for my early retirement, Bali, South Africa, Jamaica, and Thailand are on my list. Go you, Miss Towns. I love it. That's a wonderful list you got there. Let's see. Hey, Amy Patterson. So glad you're doing well and enjoying yourself in your new country. Please share some food photos at your convenience. Thank you. Carry on. Okay. I have been sharing a lot of food photos on my Threads account, that new social media platform that's similar to Twitter, because I can just throw things up there really quickly without thinking about a caption or anything. That's where I've been posting like my random thoughts, random pictures that I take. When I remember to do it, I do post on the YouTube community tab sometimes. But when I think about YouTube, I think about videos. I don't think about posting pictures. But I've been posting on Threads. A lot of my food pictures are on Threads right now. So I am Money Coach Malika on every social media platform. So check me out on Threads. You'll see some food pictures over there. But okay, let's get into what I don't like. We got to keep this balanced here. All right. What I don't love about Bali. Tracy says she ate good in Bali. Yes, girl, food is good here. What I don't love about Bali, some of the challenges that I have experienced in the past 30 days. The biggest one for me is the time zone adjustment. The time zone adjustment. It's 11 p.m. I ain't sleepy. I should be in the bed. It's 11 a.m. in the United States on the East Coast. I feel like it's 11 a.m. I've been here an entire month and my body is still not fully synced with Bali time. And I think that is my fault because I'm still connected to life in the US and I'm still keeping up with what's going on in the US. And I still try to find that balance and that rhythm to stay connected with my family members and when we talk on the phone or when we text each other. And I haven't allowed myself to completely detach. So I find myself getting up at like 2 in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning, um, not planning to, but being awake. And if I'm awake, I'm like, oh, I might as well talk to somebody. So I'll pick up my phone. And yeah, it's totally my fault. It's totally my fault. And then another challenge I have with the time zone is because all of my clients are in the United States. So I have to find a schedule that works well for both of us. And either I'm getting up early in the morning to coach or I'm coaching like late at night. So I still have really, really close ties to the United States. And I always will, to be honest. So I don't know how long it's going to take my body to sync with Bali time. But because of this difficulty adjusting to the time zone, I haven't been sleeping very well. My sleep, once I go to sleep, because I'm so relaxed and I'm so comfortable here and I feel safe, my nervous system is regulated. Once I go to sleep, I go into a deep, deep REM, where I'm dreaming type sleep, but I don't stay asleep. I even had to cut off the notifications on my phone. I would hear my phone buzz and I would wake up. It's like a trained mouse, like a trained dog. It's like I've had to turn all notifications off on my phone. I had to delete some apps. Some apps I hid in the hidden folder where you put a password on it, so you won't be tempted to open it all the time. Um, yeah, I haven't been sleeping well, so it's been 30 days, still not adjusted. So I feel out of sync. And then when it's daytime here in Bali, I want to be out. I want to be outside. I want to enjoy the sun. I want to, interact with the people here in Bali. But I'm sleepy because I only got like 4 hours of sleep last night. But I forced myself to enjoy the sunshine. And then I'm going another day with very minimal sleep. And that's not good. In order for your body to heal, you need sleep. Our body heals at rest. So that's a challenge for me, being 12 hours ahead. I'm 12 hours in the future. So it's Monday morning, almost 11 a.m. in the US on the East Coast. It is Monday night, almost 11 p.m. here in Bali. A 12-hour time difference is huge, and it definitely will impact your quality of life if the majority of your connections and the majority of what you do day to day is done in a different time zone. I'm not sure how I can reconcile that yet, but I have not been sleeping very well. Another thing that has been hard for me that I do not love about being in Bali. So remember when I said I like the nature and I like the weather and it feels very grounding? Well, when you're in an environment that has beautiful surroundings, that has lots of nature, lots of green space, there are some things that come along with that. In Bali, the outside also comes inside. To the point that even the way the homes are designed to make the inside look like the outside. I don't know if you all can see this space behind me, but there's a tree inside of my villa. I don't know. You see that green space there? It's like inside. You see that tree? The tree stump? You can see it goes all the way up to the second level. So outside of my bedroom, upstairs is the top of that tree right there. So Bali brings the outside inside to keep the grounding feeling. That is very therapeutic that I love. The flip side of that is lots and lots of bugs, lots and lots of critters. The main ones I cannot stand, absolutely cannot stand, are the little mini geckos, the little mini lizards, the little green things. Get it out, please. I do not like to see anything green with multiple legs crawling around me. Can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Just the thought of it gives me the creepy crawlies. But the little lizards and gecko thingies, they, woo. My greatest fear, I told my brother, my greatest fear is waking up in the middle of the night and having to use the bathroom. And I open the toilet seat. And they all tell me they're harmless. They don't bother you. I hate them. 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 And the Balinese people, they're so kind. I think it's something to do with their religion. They don't believe in like killing anything. They will catch it and set it free. Like even a fly in the house, they will catch it and set it free. I'm like, kill it, spray it. I will spray that thing to death. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. The other thing that Bali has plenty of that will make your life miserable if you are not prepared. Lots of mosquitoes. Lots and lots of mosquitoes. Anywhere where there's green space and water and the air is damp, it's a tropical climate, and the air is damp, there are going to be mosquitoes. And in Bali, the mosquitoes can carry dengue. Dengue, I think I'm saying that right. So you have to take a lot of extra precautions to minimize or prevent mosquito bites. A product that I use, I have all kinds of mosquito-y things around the house. I have like these plugs that go into the wall near both of the beds in my house, like right next to the headboard. It's plugged into the wall and the headboards. In the living room, it's plugged into the wall, like near the sofa. In the dining room, it's plugged into the wall near the dining table. Also, when I shower in the morning and the evening, after you get all clean and fresh and you just want to be fresh and moisturized, you can't do that here. You have to put on insect repellent or they will eat you alive, especially on a day that it rains or the day after it rains. So this, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how to do that thing like the girlies be doing so you can see it. But it's a brand called Sofel that I use. After every shower, I moisturize. Even if I ain't going nowhere, even just sitting around the house, I spray it everywhere. And I also spray it on my clothes, on the outside of the clothes. And then I put a little bit in my hand. After I moisturize my face, I put a little bit in my hand and pat my face and my hair. Y'all would not believe the places where I have gotten mosquito bites. I'm like, how you get a mosquito bite on your forehead and you didn't see the mosquito coming? Like, it's right here. Like you right above my eye. Like, how did I not see you? I got to put mosquito repellent on my face, child. I do not like that. I do not like that. And the cutesy little homemade stuff that works in the United States, the eucalyptus and all the natural mixtures you can make at home. Because my cousin used to make me some because I use shea butter to moisturize with. And when I would go places that had mosquitoes, she would make me a container of shea butter and put some lemongrass in it, put some eucalyptus in it, and all that fancy stuff, all the essential oils. Child, that stuff don't work here. The mosquitoes will eat right through it. They have. Only the local stuff works here. So it's like you're bathing in mosquito repellent. And I don't like using things that have a lot of chemicals in it. I'm usually a all natural product girly. So it bothers me that I have to use this multiple times a day, and I apply it twice a day after every shower. But I have no choice. I have no choice. And when I apply it twice a day, I don't get mosquito bites. But if I take a shower and I forget to put this on, within an hour, I will have at least one mosquito bite. Within an hour. But if I put this on, I'm okay. So I really, really don't like that. But it's either you do that or you run the risk of getting bitten by a mosquito that's carrying dengue. You don't want that. So it really sucks. It really sucks. I don't like it, but have no choice. At least it smells good. At least it smells good. It actually smells like perfume. It reminds me of something from Bath and Body Works. The scent is called Blossom. I like the way it smells, but I hate that I have to put it on every single day. In Bali, the outside comes in. So if you don't like bugs, you don't like critters, you don't like geckos, you don't want to be bit by mosquitoes every day, unless you're using this strong local mosquito repellent, child, you're going to be struggling. The other thing I do not like is Bali isn't walkable. Y'all heard me say I take my faith walks every day. I do. But child, I'm ducking and dodging all the way to the beach. That's why I pray and meditate when I get to the beach. Because the walk to get there, even though it's not far, it's less than 10 minutes, depending on the pace that I'm walking. It could be 5 minutes. But the walk to get there, child, Bali is not walkable. There are sidewalks, but the sidewalks are not pretty. They're not flat. They're not perfectly paved like you may see in your suburban neighborhood in the United States. The sidewalks are very, very small, very narrow. They may have some potholes in them and may be uneven. There may be some concrete that's missing. But the worst thing about the freaking sidewalks is the people that drive the motorbikes, they park on them. So you could have a whole street that go for blocks with a perfectly paved sidewalk that you would think is for walking. Half of that area could be full of motorbikes. So you walking on the sidewalk, then you got to get in the street to walk around the motorbike. And then you have a little bitty patch of sidewalk that you can walk on. And then you got to get in the street. So you got to be looking both ways to get back in the street in order to keep walking because the motorbikes are blocking the sidewalk. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You can be walking to a restaurant, walking to a cafe. You can't even get into the freaking cafe because all the motorbikes are parked on the sidewalk in front of the cafe. You got to walk in the street to walk around the motorbikes. It's not a walkable place. And if you do walk it, it's the type of walk where you got to keep your head on a swivel. Not that anything is going to happen to you or anybody that's going to harm you, but it's not like you could just walk for miles and it be a peaceful stroll. You have to be alert. You have to be dodging traffic, dodging traffic and looking at where you're walking so you don't trip over your own feet or trip on something else. So the walks here are not pleasant walks. You will get fit walking because it's not all flat and it's not just walking straight ahead, but it's not a comfortable stroll. You got to pay attention to where you're going and what you're doing. So Bali is not very walkable, which is unfortunate for me because I love walking. It's a perfect segue into the last thing that I do not like. The freaking traffic. For the love of God, I don't understand how a place that's so peaceful, that's so friendly, that's so welcoming, that's so grounding, has so much traffic. I'm talking take Atlanta traffic, LA traffic, DC traffic, and New York traffic and put it all together on an island. That's Bali's traffic. Child. I told my cousin, I said, I have never in my life been anywhere where I can get to my destination faster by walking. And that's where the motorbikes come in. That's why so many people ride the motorbikes. Because when you're on a motorbike, you can drive on the sidewalk, which is where people are trying to walk. But the motorbikes, they be in and out of traffic. They go in between the cars. They go on the sidewalk. So if you, let's say you want to go somewhere and it's 5 miles away and you think, oh, that's only 5 miles. Don't use your US frame of reference. If I gotta be there at 6 o'clock, oh, I can leave at 5:45. No, ma'am. Not in Bali. No, ma'am. If you take in a car, it could take you a whole hour to go 5 miles here in Bali. If you take a motorbike, you can get there in about 20 minutes. So the motorbikes are everywhere, like hundreds and hundreds of motorbikes in a short span of distance. Like there are motorbikes everywhere on the sidewalks, in the streets, in the parking lot, next to the buildings, in front of the buildings. Like I left my villa today. I had to send a WhatsApp to the owner to complain because I couldn't open the door. Why? Because someone parked their motorbike in front of the freaking door. I had to push the door open to figure out, why is this door jammed? The motorbike was in front of my freaking door. Child, Motorbikes everywhere. What comes with motorbikes everywhere? Pollution. The air quality, the pollution here in Bali is awful. It's awful, awful, awful. So Bali is not a utopia. It is not perfect by any means. But in my first 30 days of living here, I've been here before as a tourist, as a traveler. Some of these things either I didn't notice or I was just so focused on doing all the touristy things and getting the cute pictures and, marking off my bucket list where they just didn't occur to me or didn't bother me. But living here and just living regular everyday life, just walking to the grocery store that's 5 minutes down the street and got to dodge 1,000 motorbikes to get there. Child, let me order my fruit on the app and have the motorbike deliver it to me. Which, by the way, the apps to order food, so inexpensive, so affordable. There was one day when I first got here, the first week I was here, I was going crazy. I was ordering like 3-4 meals from 3 different places because it was so affordable. Like, it would be somebody knocking on the door like every 15 minutes, bringing me a meal that I ordered. I was like, girl, get your life together. Cut it out. Even with the fees and the tip, you could order a meal for like $4. $4. So if it's a day where I just don't feel like dealing with the traffic and dealing with the pollution and being in the heat and walking in the street, I just kick back and just order on the app. Because some days I just don't want to deal with it. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yes, Crystal, the geckos help eat the bugs. That's what they say. That's what they say. I still don't like them. They creep me out. I still don't like them. Hi, Dan. The motorbikes will come flying down the sidewalk. Yes. Yes. And if they don't see you coming, child, you got to keep your head on the swivel. You got to keep your head on a swivel. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, yeah, life in Bali is it's interesting because on one hand, it seems very relaxed, very grounding, very calm, very peaceful. And then on the other hand, it's like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? It's chaos here. But some of the things that I have realized since I've been here, what Bali is teaching me is patience. I'm learning to slow down and not expect things fast. I am learning how to do things slower. Like I even eat slower. Just out of habit in the United States, I was just always used to eating really, really fast. Like I had a meeting to go to, or I was always eating and multitasking, doing something else at the same time. Here in Bali, when I eat, I'm just eating, and that's it. I'm not multitasking and doing anything else. I'm not in a rush to get anywhere else. So I'm truly enjoying the meal. And at the restaurants here, they don't rush you out. You know how in the United States, you're sitting at a restaurant. As soon as you finish your food, they're clearing your table or they're coming over asking you, do you want to order anything else? And if you say no, that's kind of like your hint, your cue. All right, buddy, get on out of here. Here in Bali, you can sit in a cafe like literally all day they're not going to bring you your bill until you ask for it. So everything other than the traffic, even the traffic, I was about to say other than the traffic, but everything here, it just operates slower. It's just slower and just happens when it happens. So you got to be patient. So I'm learning to slow down. Like the traffic is so slow unless you're on a motorbike. But even the traffic is slow. And doing things slower, being more mindful when I eat, being more present, it helps me to ground myself. And it helps me to be aware of how I feel. Like when I eat certain things, how do I feel after I eat it? Do I feel more energized? I haven't had the itis at all since I've been here. Do I feel more energized? Did my stomach hurt? That's when I realized, wait a minute, that pain I used to feel every time I ate, I don't feel that anymore. So I'm more aware of my body. I'm more present in the moment. I'm eating better. I'm more physically active. I was very sedentary in the United States, even though I did my daily walks. It was an intentional daily walk. I walked the same path in my neighborhood. I would get to that one tree and turn around. So I walked the same distance. Whereas here in Bali, I'm more active. I'm walking further. I'm walking longer. I'm joined Pilates. I'm taking a Pilates class. I hired an expert that does like guided stretching to make sure I'm stretching properly after I work the different muscle groups that I didn't know I had after Pilates. Um, so I feel like I'm just more in tune with my body, how I'm feeling. Um, I'm more active and not in a strenuous type of way. I'm doing movement that makes me feel grounded. I'm doing movement that also feels good. Pilates is very, very challenging, but it's not like a high tempo, strenuous type of activity. So the type of movement that I'm doing, that even feels good to me. So eating better, moving more, feeling more grounded, my nervous system being relaxed, like just the combination of all of that together. It's inevitable to heal when you have that combination of things working in your favor. And I'm just very reflective as I'm thinking about it, as I'm talking. I just feel really, really good. Now, Bali isn't perfect by any means. It is not perfect at all. It is not a utopia at all. These geckos might run me up out of here. But Bali is perfect for me in this season of life that I'm in right now. I came here to heal, and that's what I'm doing. So, the question that I asked myself at the top of this video is, do I love it or do I want to leave? Love it or leave it is what I put in the title. I definitely love it. I definitely love it, even with the things I don't like. The traffic is horrible. The gecko is icky. The mosquitoes is icky. The pollution from all the motorbikes is not pleasant. But I feel like the good all the things I love, the good, healthy, plentiful food in abundance, the kindness of the people, the sunshine, the warm weather year round, and the affordable lifestyle with comfort and ease and domestic staff that do the things for you that you do not like doing, but you had to do in order to be a responsible adult. Here in Bali, there's other people that do that for you. So the combination of all the things I love, it far outweighs all the things I don't like. The fact that I feel healthier and I'm not doing anything intentional, I'm not regimented, I'm not structured, I have no schedule. I do this on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I work out at 5 a.m. All that stuff where you have to be intentional in the United States, if you're trying to be healthy, here in Bali, it's just a way of life. So the fact that I feel healthier and how I know for sure that I am is because my gut is telling me. My gut health, they say your gut is like your second heart in your body. The fact that I no longer have stomach pain when I eat, the fact that, this may be TMI, but I move regularly every day without any effort, that tells me that my insides are healing. And when I look at the mirror and I see my skin, girl, I am definitely healing since I've been here. So I'm definitely staying. I am not leaving Bali anytime soon. When I decided to come here, my plan was to stay for at least 1 year, my year of healing. And that still stands. I plan to stay here for at least 1 year. In a year, I will reevaluate and I may stay another year. But for right now, I've committed to staying for 1 year and dealing with the things I don't like for at least 1 year. But I feel like the life that I'm living now is what anyone can have when they make intentional financial decisions. When I decided, after my cancer treatment was over, when I decided I wanted to be in an environment that will promote my healing, it wasn't a question, how am I going to pay for it? It wasn't a question of where will I get the money from for the transition. I just made a decision and I left. I decided where I wanted to go. And I went. So I often talk about investing and building wealth. And I know sometimes the word wealth may turn some people off or may give you like a negative feeling when you think about like wealthy people. When I use the word wealth, I'm not talking about like wanting to be rich or wanting to have like so much, like billions and billions of dollars where you wouldn't be able to do anything with it in your lifetime or your children's lifetime. Being rich is not the priority when I talk about investing and building wealth. But having money makes the priority easier to achieve. And my priority right now at this phase of my life is my wellness, my holistic wellness, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So building wealth, it's not about the riches. It's not about having a pile of money. you can still stay focused on your values, your ethics, your priorities. The money is just a tool to help you prioritize what's important to you. Money is a tool. Your goal is still the same. Your goal is not getting more money just for the sake of having money. The purpose of investing is to create more money without effort so that you can use that money as a tool for the thing that you do prioritize. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments. If it doesn't, I want to say it a different way. If it doesn't, I want to say it a different way. But the bottom line is, when you all hear me talk about building wealth, I don't want you to think that I'm talking about just getting rich just for the sake of being rich, or having a lot of money to buy all the material trappings of wealth. No, we build wealth so that we can use money as a tool to prioritize what's really important to us. Right? Money makes things a lot easier. It does not buy happiness, but it does make things a lot easier so that you can prioritize what does make you happy. Right? So that has been my life in Bali for the past 30 days. The things I love: the food, the people, the weather, and the affordable living that creates ease because I have so much domestic help. The things I do not like about Bali are the critters, the creepy crawlies. It's not walkable. The motorbikes, the pollution caused by the motorbikes. And what was the fourth thing that I said? See, the good outweighs the bad so much. I can't even remember the fourth. Oh, adjusting to the time zone. Adjusting to the time zone. Yeah, that's a biggie. That's a biggie for me. So if you have ever considered living abroad, specifically in Bali, in order to heal, in order to regulate your nervous system, in order to support a peaceful lifestyle that you desire, I hope this video, the things that I've shared, has given you some insight, balanced insight, the good and the bad, into what life is really like living in Bali. So if you have any questions for me, let me know. I would be happy to answer your questions. It's 11:30 p.m. here in Bali, and look, I still ain't sleepy. I need to take my butt to bed, though. I still ain't sleepy. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me see what you all been saying in the comments. I've been talking a lot. Bali changed your taste buds. Nothing tasted the same when I returned back to the States. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, I believe it too. Like when I was in the States, I used to crave sugar. Like I was addicted to sugar. Like I wanted something sweet after every meal. It was like a period at the end of the sentence. Here in Bali, I have not desired anything artificial, anything with artificial sugar in it, no cookies, no cakes, no anything like that. And when I do have something sweet, like I had a smoothie today, and it was avocado, spinach, banana, and I think like coconut milk or something like that. I know the banana, the more ripe it is, the sweeter it is. So I expected the smoothie to be sweet. But when I sipped it, I was like, wow, this is really sweet. This can't be just from the banana. And I asked them about it. And sure enough, they put some honey in it. And they reminded me to let them know next time, no sweetener in it. I don't. So from someone that was addicted to sugar and that needed sugar all the time, that wanted sugar all the time, now I can immediately tell when sweetener has been added. Even if it's a natural sweetener like honey, I can immediately tell when sweetener has been added, and I don't need it. I don't desire the extra sweetness from added sugar anymore. I actually don't like it. And they did make me another smoothie without it. But yeah, I believe you. Your taste buds changing. And this is only 30 days, y'all. 30 days. 30 days. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me. Yeah. Yes, I'm still going. I've been sitting here running my mouth for over an hour. Hey, Igami, channel member, financial bestie, which reminds me, I am going to do a live stream for the members only, my channel members. I will share with you my experience with the healthcare here in Bali. I have experienced two different occasions where I interacted with healthcare professionals. One, they came to my villa to give me treatment, and the second time I went to the medical facility. So I will do a live stream for my members only. It will be, I don't know, sometime this week. But I will announce that on the members only community tab. So if you are not a member and you would like to hear my thoughts and experiences on healthcare in Bali, join the membership. You can click the join button right below this video. Make sure you join at the financial bestie level. And if you are already a financial bestie like Miss Agami here, I will post the announcement in the tab. I'll schedule it in advance. Unlike this one was impromptu, I will schedule it in advance, give you at least a day or two notice. And I'll see you on the members only live stream, Miss Agami. And if you are a channel member at the financial friends level, you will need to upgrade to become a financial bestie to have access to the members only videos and members only live stream. But yeah, we're going to talk about healthcare in Bali, my two experiences so far. Yes. Wealth is a tool for freedom. Perfect. You said that perfectly. It's a tool for freedom. It's a tool for freedom. Absolutely. Good morning to you. Is it almost afternoon for you all? Good morning, KJ around the world. Are you making new friends? If so, how? If you already answered this, I'll watch a replay. No, I have not answered this. In fact, I haven't answered any questions yet. You all don't have any questions for me? Put your questions in the comments. Am I making any new friends? Yes and no. And I pause only because I have not tried to make any new friends. I have connected with a few people through the Facebook group and on WhatsApp. So they know I'm here. It was people that I was talking to before I arrived, and also people that I met when I visited Bali before. So they are aware that I'm here. So we reconnected electronically, but I have not made an intentional effort to connect with them in person, because the first 30 days for me, I did not want to clutter my mind and my time and my schedule with meeting up with people. I wanted to spend the first 30 days just grounding myself, just getting reacclimated to the environment. And if you are a channel member, actually you are, I forgot who I was talking to, Gami, as a channel member, you will understand more what I mean when we talk about healthcare in Bali. I needed time to get acclimated to the environment and to ease into this lifestyle here in Bali because it is very, very different from the lifestyle in the United States and the environment in the United States. So, no, I have not been intentional about making friends or deepening friendships, but I have been communicating with people that live here in Bali that know that I'm here. Like even my Bali sister that picked me up from the airport. Other than picking me up from the airport, I have not seen her yet. We're hanging out this week. So I do have local friends too. But the first 30 days, I purposely focused on myself, adjusting to the new environment, and just finding all the health related and healing things that I need as part of my lifestyle. So I have not been socializing much with other people, but I'm hanging out with my Bali sister on Wednesday this week, and I've been invited to church. There are a lot of Black Americans here, and there are some Christian churches here that I was not aware of because, Balinese culture, Balinese faith is Hindu. Other areas of Indonesia, their primary faith is Muslim. But I have learned that there are Christian churches here, more than one. And a few of the Black American expats that I've connected with attend the church, and they've invited me to a church. And one of them, she said they're having a baptism. They're doing baptisms on the 22nd of this month. So I say all that to say, I know people here, but I have intentionally not connected with them. I wanted the first 30 days to be all about me, my health, and my healing, which is the reason why I'm here. And I need to make sure that I keep that in its rightful order as a priority so that I'm not distracted by fun stuff. That's not why I'm here. But I will connect with them eventually as our lives align. But good question, good question. And in terms of how so, I don't think I answered that. How so with the expats, the Black expats, it's important that when you're moving to another country, make sure you find the Facebook group that is associated with that country. So go to Facebook and type in brothers and sisters of blah, 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 put in the city or put in the country. So there's a brothers and sisters of Bali. There's a Black in Bali. If you go to Thailand, there's a brothers and sisters of Bangkok, a brothers and sisters of Chiang Mai. If there isn't a brother and sister, just put in Black in the city that you want to live in and find the people on social media that are already living where you want to live. And I would suggest that you connect with them before you arrive. That way you will have, unlike the way I did it, you will have some community and some connections when you get there. Even though I didn't connect with anyone, but I do have people I can reach out to when I'm ready to connect. So connect with them on social media before you arrive. Then as you connect in a larger Facebook group, then there are probably smaller groups that have been created on WhatsApp. Then you'll get invited to those smaller groups. And then in those smaller groups, they plan the meetups, and then you can go to the meetups and then meet people in person. That's usually how I do it. And when I'm ready to socialize, I'm in the WhatsApp groups, but I have it archived so the notifications don't pop up on my phone. But when I'm ready to socialize, I'll unarchive it and then keep up with the conversations and see what's planned. And then I'll go to one of the meetups or something. So, yeah, great question. How far are you from Ubud? I am, depending on traffic. I done told you what the traffic is like here. I'm probably an hour from Ubud. Ubud is like it's the central place that people think of when they think of Bali. Because Bali is usually associated with like wellness, with like the like a jungle type feeling, the greenery, the villas. You know, it's all that Ubud um, environment that you're really thinking about. But Bali is a large island. I didn't realize it was so large. I love Ubud, especially for like all the healing and spiritual stuff that I want to do. My Bali sister lives in Ubud, um, but I'm about an hour. I'm about an hour away from it. I was thinking about getting a villa in Ubud, and my Bali sister was helping me look for one, and I just didn't like them. I just didn't like them. I think eventually I probably would the more comfortable I get here in Bali, but the things that was appealing to me was more modern like, and I realized why, because it's my American conditioning. I haven't fully adapted to everything Bali life, but I was only attracted to like the modern stuff that I was seeing. So that's how I didn't end up in Ubud. Ubud is very Bali cultural focused. Everything is jungle and it's very beautiful, very beautiful. But it just didn't appeal to me in terms of housing right now. It's my first landing, but I'm sure the longer I'm here, I'll probably shift that way eventually, especially to be closer to my sister, my Bali sister. But yeah. Good morning, Miss Eileen, channel member, Financial Bestie channel member. I was telling the other channel members that I'm going to do a members only live stream for you all this week. We're going to talk about healthcare in Bali. So I hope you'll be able to make it. I'll do a poll to see what day and time works best for the channel members. But all right, besties. I don't see any more questions. So I guess I can call it a wrap. Hold on, y'all have any more questions for me? Hey, Miss Deborah. Deborah is also a channel member. Does Bali have earthquakes? Yes. Yes. Bali does have earthquakes. One of the reasons that I've learned, one of the things I've learned since I've been here is one of the reasons that Bali does not have like really tall buildings and high-rise buildings is twofold. Like, you know, when you see videos about people in Thailand, they got, you know, they're always in a condo and a big high-rise building. Bali does not have high-rise buildings, number one, because they do have frequent earthquakes. So all the buildings are on the ground. The tallest building you'll probably see in Bali is maybe 5 stories high. Bali does not do high-rise buildings. And the second reason that I've learned there are no high-rise buildings is because the temple is the most sacred building space here in Bali. And there is no structure that should be higher, taller than a temple. So I thought that was interesting. But yes, there are a lot of earthquakes in Bali. Based on what I've read, there have been several that were like small on the Richter scale, like maybe a 3 or 4 at most. So they have them frequently, but they're rarely like disruptive to everyday life, similar to the recent one that was felt in Thailand. But yeah, there are frequent earthquakes in Bali, but there are no high-rise buildings. And that was one of the things that that made it okay for me to come here. Like I remember I was going to think about moving. I was thinking about moving to Panama, and there was a rare earthquake because I was told that Panama don't get earthquakes, but it just so happened that one time I was there, they got an earthquake, and I was in a high-rise building, like in the penthouse level in a high-rise building, and it scared me so bad. So although Bali does get earthquakes, I'm on the ground floor. I'm on the ground floor. I ain't got to worry about the building swaying. I ain't got to worry about nothing, a whole lot of debris falling down on me. I'm on the ground floor. So it doesn't scare me as much. But we'll see when it actually happens. But yeah, yes, Bali does have earthquakes. Bogota had an earthquake this morning. Oh, checking on Stephanie to make sure all is well. It's a 6.3. Oh, wow. A 6.3 is pretty strong. The earthquake that I experienced when I was in Panama, it was like a 6.7. That was a pretty strong earthquake. But yeah, Costa Rica gets a lot of earthquakes. That whole area gets a lot of earthquakes. Indonesia is over, it's like seismic plates, tectonic plates that like separate, whatever that scientific term is. Bali is right on top of it. So this environment is very, very susceptible to earthquakes. Yeah. But yeah, 6.3 is pretty strong. I'm scrolling back to see if I missed any questions. Y'all don't have any questions about Bali? Did I share anything that surprised you about Bali? Let me ask you some questions. Did I share anything that surprised you about Bali? Tectonic plates with seismic activity. Okay, I knew I had the words right, but I was using them wrong. Thank you, Eileen. But did I share anything that surprised you about Bali? Would you all consider living in Bali or visiting Bali? Let me know in the chat. I'm so glad y'all are here. I didn't expect anyone to show up for this live stream because the time was so random. So random and different. But I am pleasantly surprised. There's quite a few of you here with me. But if you enjoyed this video, if I shared anything that was helpful or that was entertaining or interesting to you, dang, I can't get my words out. Hit the like button. Hit the like button for me, please. I appreciate that. It lets the algorithm know that this video was a good one, and it'll push it out and share it with more people. So hit that like button if this video was helpful. And if you want to see more videos about Bali, I will link the video I did with my Bali sister, where we talked about Bali culture and the cost of living. I think that was a vlog that I did with her. Yeah. That was a vlog that I did with her. Maybe one day she'll do a live stream with me. But yeah, I'll link to that video. Can't remember what side the thing comes up on. I'll link to the video somewhere around here so you can watch that one too. But if you all don't have any questions, okay, I see Mr. Dean said I'll be interested in visiting. All right. Eileen said definitely interested in visiting, not sure about living. Ms. Deborah, I'll visit soon. Tracy said she was here 9 months ago. She would live here for sure on a healing journey. Yes. Well, if any of you come through Bali within the next year, I would love to see you. I will still be here. I would love to connect with you and hug your neck. In fact, I would love to plan a meetup here in Bali for my birthday in December. My birthday is Christmas Eve, and December is a very, very nice time to be in Bali. The prices are lower because it's not peak season. Peak season is right now. So from June to like October, September-ish is considered peak season in Bali, where the price of everything goes up. But the holiday travel is a perfect time to visit Bali. I would love to spend time with you all here in Bali, my favorite place in the world, to celebrate my birthday. I wasn't able to celebrate my 50th birthday because I was in treatment and I wasn't able to do any of the things that I wanted to do, but I plan to make up for it during my time here in Bali. In fact, I'm celebrating my half birthday this month. I have a friend coming in from the United States to celebrate with me. But I would love to invite all of my YouTube family to come visit me in Bali in December for my real birthday. Would you all come to Bali to celebrate my real birthday with me in December? Miss Gail said, yes, a birthday meetup. Yes. You coming, Miss Gail? You coming? Come celebrate my birthday. My 51st birthday. I'm giving y'all plenty of advance notice. Plenty of advance notice. I will coordinate some activities for us. And my Bali sister organize some things for us. That would be so fun. That would be so fun. Miss Deborah said yes. Miss Gail said she sure would. Miss Eileen says she'll check some flights. Yes, yes. Come to Bali for the holidays in December. Bring in the new year here in Bali. That would be awesome. That would be like so special to me. That would be the best birthday ever to have my YouTube family come to Bali, my favorite place in the world, to celebrate my 51st birthday. That would be so special. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to start announcing it every video now. Now that I've planted the seed, I was actually somewhat joking, but y'all said yes. So now yes, let's do it. Jason said, let me start checking some flights. Yes, yes. Come to Bali for the holidays in December. I remember doing a poll on the community tab about a meetup name, and you all voted for Malika and Money and Mimosas. Malika, Money, and Mimosas. I think that was it. Malika, Money, and Mimosas. So we're going to have our Malika, Money, and Mimosas meetup, celebrating Malika's 51st birthday. I will coordinate some activities, like maybe 3 activities for us to do, and then have like one day of relaxation at a beach club. Oh, I love it. My wheels are turning now. My wheels are turning now. Yes, yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ms. Deborah said yes. No joke. I love it. I love it. Okay. My wheels are turning. My wheels are turning. This is an official invite. Anybody that makes it to this far in the video, we financial besties. You're not just a casual watcher. We financial besties. Come on in. Come on in. You know you love me. Come to Bali in December to celebrate my birthday. Celebrate my birthday. I will announce it every video because now it's official. I'm going to plan 3 activities for us and a relaxing day at the beach club. And I'm going to mention it to my Bali sis when we hang out together this week so she can coordinate everything with the local activities. Yay! I'm excited. But anyway, let me get out of here. It is almost midnight. Crazy that I'm still not sleepy. I'm really hyped now, y'all. Y'all got me excited now. But I will link to the other video if you want to watch more videos about Bali. I will link to the other video with my Bali sis where we talk about Bali culture and the actual cost of living to live here like a local. And until next time, besties, I wish you, first and foremost, good health. I wish you wealth, peace, and joy. Until next time, besties. Financial Bestie channel members, I'll see you on the live stream later this week. For everyone else, I will see you again on Friday with a wealth building topic. Bye for now. I'm excited. Celebrating my birthday in Bali with my YouTube family.